Yes, respected youngsters, receive my salutations for the sincere, serious student in you and the divinity and the prospectus, wonderful future human being for the nation, for Sanatana Dharma and the entire universe. I receive my appreciations and congratulations for being regular. I receive my prayers, wishes that you will go on growing, glowing in life, and also gratitudes that giving me to a chance to be with you to study. Keep it up. So, in our today's 7 programs, the last one, Vishnu Sahasranama learning. Before that, the study of Valmiki Ramayana, Rama's divine qualities. Before that, Bhagavad Gita. Today we will summarize the Sattva what we saw yesterday, and study Rajoguna. Before that, Taittiriya Brahmana Parayanam Veda Mantra. Before that, we'll have our Sanavat Mantra. Before that, the Sankalpa. Before all that, the first one is common sense thought. Simple today. Very quickly, I wind up by giving you hints. You have to work upon that. What is it? Just like so many people in the world, including us, for our outer lives, activities, entertainments, enjoyments, involvements, we have some fixed ideas, fixed thoughts, fixed notions, fixations, let us say, to put in short, some decisiveness, some conviction, and we effortlessly do it. We are not talking whether it's good or bad. We do it. You know? Somebody finds joy in cigar or drink. He is fixed, then he goes for it. Other fellows teetotaler. He is fixed, he never touches. Some are fixed. Hafte mein 3 दिन I must have non-veg. And he goes for it. Other says throughout life I will be pure vegetarian. He is fixed for it. Positive, negative, good, bad, kuch bhi ho. So many fixations in our life we have and we just follow, not knowing consequences good or bad. But we are doing them. You know, your fixation of 292,000 times seeing the cell phone every day, seeing the status, whether it is required or not, related or not, बस देखते हैं, isn't it? Other fixations, some are good, professional fixation. I want to do engineering. Undoubted no, so you go for it. नहीं किया तो क्या करूँ जिंदगी खत्म हो जाती है ना. Even marriage, that's also a fixation, marriage fixing. So she is my wife, I am her husband. So throughout life, we entertain neighbors by fighting with each other. Fix. You know, this is a house I want to make. Fix. You make. This is a car I want to buy. You buy. Fix. Isn't it? We are able to do not wherever there is a doubt. We are able to do wherever the mind is fixed. Isn't it? Decision. A terrorist fixed that I want to be like that. He kills and he dies. Negative, absolutely. But he is in that Nishchayatmika Buddhi. So too a social servant, a sadhu, a sannyasi, a politician, whatever, wherever they achieved because they did it. They did it because they were fixed. Okay, if this is you understood, the thought for the day, the common sense is what? Even in your life, for the life's achievements, for gaining good name and fame, and also for spiritual achievements, fix some things in your life and don't leave them or don't change them. There's the only one which develop the self-confidence, develop the willpower, brings out the abilities, talents, energies inside, and you will be able to perform and something you will achieve. Okay, if that fixation is not there, if that nischaya is not there, we always be in samshaya or the doubts, nothing we do it. I tell you my nischayas, like Bhagavad Gita till the last sloka is over, I have decided I will do it. Because of this nischaya, every day I spare 1 hour and I am sitting here and talking to you. So good thing is happening. We are studying one or the other shlokas. कर रहे हैं कि नहीं? हमें निश्चय नहीं रखा मैंने, तो आई विल डू नेवर ओनली इन लाइफ, नेवर डू. Sort of my morning classes, evening classes, this is my nischaya. The nischaya regarding some other sadhanas, my goal. So that is prompting me to do something substantial. So you also make some nischayas and stick to them. Okay, the worldly related nischayas are the professional nischayas, where I'll be honest, I'll be loyal, I'll not take any bribe, I'll work hard. Bas fix ho jao bas. Don't change that. Then the relational nischayas are what? These are my elders, I respect, love them, I don't talk against them. The younger ones, I just forgive them and help whatever they need it. Nischay kar lo bas, don't change it. Like parents, nischay, they are my children. Throughout life, they take care. How much gada bhais you are. You prove 100 times good for nothing, but 100 times they do seva because it's their nischay. शादी में भी निश्चितार्थम होता है. These are all relational nischayas. Professional, I told you. Relational, I told you. Then personality making nischayas. Some of them you make. The food habit, the sleeping habits, stick to them. 6 hours sleep, 10 to 4, good, or 11 to 5, done. Nischaya, stick to that. Thrice a day food. This time, this time, this time. Nischaya, don't change it. Unless it is emergency or all. Or this half an hour exercise. Good, nischaya. These are all things. Then more important than all these, which I want to say, are spiritual nischayas. My recommendations. First nischayam, don't leave this class. Throughout, as long as I am alive and speak, har din suno bas. So many shastras, so many topics, thoughts we are covering. Everyone will add to your wisdom. But your nischay is required. संशय है कभी आए कभी नहीं आए, then discontinuity will not give interest to you as listener, even I also. But मैं तो committed हूँ, इसलिए मैं बोलते जाता हूँ. मैं तो मेरे लिए बोल रहा हूँ ऐसे तो. So to निश्चय that you will every day do the 10 minutes of japa. 10 minutes sit in front of the Lord and do some upasana. 10 minutes of studying a book. 10 or 15 minutes. इस तरह के some निश्चयास you make and don't change them. Once a week must visit a temple. Once a month must visit an ashram. Nischaya. And you can have in your list 3, 4, any of the sadhu mahatma who have impressed you, whom you have the respect for, then visit them, discuss with them, ask for any guidance. निश्चय कर लो. नहीं किया कभी नहीं होगा वो. न कभी महात्मा को मिलोगे, न कोई आश्रम जाओगे, न कोई सत्संग सुनोगे, न कोई मंदिर जाओगे, न कोई पूजा करोगे, न जप करोगे, न स्वाध्याय होगा. जिंदगी तो चलती रहती है and the body will grow and one day will die only without achieving anything substantial. I'm telling you, I decided to have classes every day, Nischaya. Because of it, 6,400 classes I have done in last 4 years, 4.5 years. The Indian government, Nischay liya. That is why the economy is growing, defense is growing, because they are working according to the Nischayas. Isn't it? तो ये आज का कॉमन सेंस थॉट है. डोंट लेट इट लूज द लाइफ. मेक फॉर्म रेजोल्यूशंस, निश्चयास, एंड लाइक ए कमिटमेंट एंड वाउ यू जस्ट फुलफिल देम व्रत के रूप में. देन सक्सेसेस विल कम. Then the confidence that I can do and achieve will come. With that confidence, higher and higher goals you fix, you achieve. And spiritual निश्चयास are पूरा गीता पढ़ूंगा, भागवत पढ़ूंगा, रामायण पढ़ूंगा, then daily आधा घंटा करूंगा ये बात. So you are now 18 years, by the age you got 60 years, all Purana, Shruti, Smriti you have studied. That knowledge is with you. The one who is knowledgeable is always asset to himself and the world. Okay, thank you. संकल्प. ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः. रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः. महाविष्णवे नमः. गीता मात्रे नमः. रामायण शास्त्राय नमः. विष्णु सहस्रनाम शास्त्राय नमः. श्री वेदव्यास महर्षे नमः. वाल्मीकि महर्षे नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधस्मिन् क्षणेव सिद्ध्यर्थं पुराण इतिहासोक्त श्रुति स्मृति उक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शन अनुग्रह अनुभूति प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता पुरोवृद्ध्यर्थं अस्माकं समः अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने निष्ठित सर्वेषां निरन्तर दिग्विजयार्थं अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां युवानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये देशभक्ति धर्मभक्ति सनातन धर्मभक्ति भगवद्भक्ति परब्रह्म भक्ति शास्त्र भक्ति गुरु भक्ति माता पितृ भक्ति सेवा भक्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम श्री राम मंदिरवत् कृष्ण मंदिर शिव मंदिरादि समस्त मंदिरानां पुनर्वाप्ति सर्वेषु तेषु भगवत निरंतर उपासना आराधना द्वारा विश्व शांति कल्याण धर्मोक्ष प्रतिष्ठा प्राप्त्यर्थम अनेकानेक शास्त्र अध्ययन साधना कार्यक्रमाणां प्रयत्न मध्ये शांति मंत्रोच्चारणं वेद मंत्र पठनं गीता चतुर्दशोऽध्यायस्य अध्ययनं वाल्मीकि रामायणे स्थित श्रीरामचंद्र स्वामिनः सद्गुणानां वर्णनं श्री विष्णोर्दिव्य सहस्रनाम स्तोत्रस्य पारायणं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. Let us start one by one. In doing all this, your patience is trained, your single pointedness is trained, your subtlety of the intellect is trained, and you are given the knowledge of Shastras, you are made to tune to the God and the Gurus, you are given the highest goal, you are trained in knowing the means in that way. In so many ways, we are made to mature through all these activities every day. And then heart is purified, filled with positive things, and no scope chance given for the negative. कितने फायदे देखो इस 1 घंटे के क्लास में. ओम 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 सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Let us do Vedic chanting. थोड़ा 6 मिनट लगेगा आज. ओम अथ श्री 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 वेदमात्रे नमः. श्री कृष्णे यजुर्वेदीय तैत्तिरीय ब्राह्मणं प्रथमाष्टकं पंचम प्रपाठकः. अष्टादश श्लोकात् मंत्रात् आरभ्य. ओम ओम देवा वै यद्यज्ञे कुर्वत तदसुरा अकुर्वत ते सुरा ऊर्ध्वं पृष्ठेभ्यो नापश्यन् ते केशानग्रे वपन्त अतश्मश्रोणि अथोपपक्षौ ततस्ते वाञ्च आयन् पराभवन् यस्यैवं ववन्दे अवाजेति अथोपर्तैव भवति परैव भवते अथ देवा ऊर्ध्वं पृष्ठेभ्यो पश्यन् त उपपक्षावग्रे वपन्त अथ श्मश्रोणि अथ केशान् ततस्ते अभवन् स्वर्गं लोकमायन् यस्यैवं वपन्ते भवत्यात्मना अतो सुवर्गं लोकमेति अथैतन्मनुर्वप्त्रे मिथुनमपश्यतु सश्मश्रूण्यग्रे वपत अथोपभक्षौ अथ केशान् ततो वै सप्राजायत प्रजया पशुभिः यस्यैवं वपन्ते प्रजया पशुभिर्मथुनैर्जायते देवासुरा संयत्ता आसन् ते संवत्सरे व्यायच्छन्त तान् देवाश्चातुर्मास्यैरेवाभिप्रायुञ्जत वैश्वदेवेन चतुरो मासो वृञ्जन्तेन्द्रराजानः तान् शीर्षन्निचावर्तयन्त परिच वरुण प्रघासैश्चतुरो मासो वृञ्जत वरुण राजानः तान् शीर्षन्निचावर्तयन्त परिच साकमेधैश्चतुरो मासो वृञ्जत सोमराजानः तान् शीर्षन्निचावर्तयन्त परिच या संवत्सर उपजीवासेत् तामेषामवृञ्जत ततो देवा अभवन् परासुराः य एवं विद्वागश्चातुर्मास्यैर्यजते भ्रातृव्यश्चैव मासो भुक्त्वा शीर्षन्नि च वर्तयते परिच एषा संवत्सर उपजीवा वृङ्क्ते तां भ्रातृव्यस्य क्षुदास्य भ्रातृव्य परा भवति लोहितायसेन निवर्तयते यद्वा इमामग्निर्हृतावागते निवर्तयति एतदैवैनागं रूपं कृत्वा निवर्तयति सा ततश्वश्वो भूयसी भवन्त्येति प्रजायते य एवं विद्वान् लोहितायनिसेन निवर्तयते एतदेव रूपं कृत्वा निवर्तयते स ततश्वश्रो भूयान् भवन्नेति प्रैवजायते त्रीण्याशलल्या निवर्तयेत त्रीणि त्रीणि वे दैवानामृद्धानि त्रीणि छन्दागंसे त्रीणि सवनानि त्रय इमे लोकाः रुद्ध्यामेव तद्वीर्य येषु लोकेषु प्रतितिष्ठति यच्चातुर्मास्य याज्यात्मनो नावद्येत देवेभ्य आवृष्येत चत्रुषु मासेषु निवर्तयेत परोक्षमेव तद्देवेभ्य आत्मनो वद्यत्यनावृस्काय देवानां वा एष आनीतः यश्चातुर्मास्य याजे य एवं विद्वान् च वर्तयते परिच देवता एवाप्येति नास्य रुद्र प्रजां पशुनभिमन्यते एत्येत्ययुञ्जतासुरा एति लोका मन्यते आयुषः प्राणगं सन्तनो प्राणादपानगं सन्तनो अपानाद्व्यानगं सन्तनो व्यानाच्चक्षुः सन्तनो चक्षुषश्रोत्रगं सन्तनो श्रोत्रान्मनः सन्तनो मनसो वाचगं सन्तनो वाच आत्मानग्गः सन्तनो आत्मनः पृथिवीगं सन्तनो पृथिव्या अन्तरिक्षगः सन्तनो अन्तरिक्षाद्दिवगं सन्तनो दिवः सुवः सन्तनो अन्तरिक्षगं सन्तनुद्वे च ओम शांति शांति शांति। वेरी गुड। शुरू से पढ़ना है कल पेज नंबर 82 का। राइट, वी हैव डन वन कॉमन सेंस थॉट, 2 श्लोकास, 3 वेद भजनम पठनम, 4th program of ours. Introduction, Sankalpa 1, 3, 4, 5th one Geetha Adhenam. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, not only Moksha Shastra but giver of success in every field. But we have to study, learn all aspects. And Gita is a big university, having so many branches of knowledge in it. We have to get admitted and go through all the courses, learn them thoroughly with commitment, implement. We really grow, succeed in many fields of life, outer as well as inner. We are into the 14th chapter Adhyanam. Its name is Guna Traya Vibhaga Yoga. It is educating us in the 3 gunas and their binding effect, and the guna atita purusha sthiti, how to reach to the purusha sthiti and get moksha. In these 24 shlokas or 27, first 2 shlokas talked about jnana mahima, very important jnanam, and even with that jnanam we can be as happy, infinitely blissful as Bhagavan himself. 3rd, 4th shloka told us about that jnanam. Then what obstructs us from reaching to that jnanam is our own present life. In our present life, we are living the life of bondage. And how that bondage is happening? By our own choice, knowingly or unknowingly. And what is that choiceful, knowing, unknowing bondage is to the Prakriti, to the 3 gunas. Like we saw in 7th shloka, Tribhir Gunamayir Bhavaihi Ebihi Sarvamidam Jagat Mohitam Na Abhijanati Mam Ebhyaha Param Avyayam. To every individual, though potentially capable of recognizing the divinity inside, instead of doing so, he is just only suffering inside and outside, only because he has identified with the Prakriti, which is of 3 gunas. In Gita, in 13th chapter, we saw Purushaha prakrutistho hi bhungte prakritijan gunan karanam guna sangosya sad asad yoni janmasu. From many, many lives, we made it a habit of having sangha with the three gunas, and thus, whatever is happening in the guna, we are suffering its consequences. Such is called Jiva Bhava. In this chapter, what is being taught to us is the total analysis, dissection, explanation of each of the guna, its characters, its nature, and how it binds me. So, what is my bondage? I am though the pure, infinite, blissful self, yet I am going through the Sukha Dukkha experiences. Such stage of mine is called as Jiva Bhava. So I, the pure self, am becoming Jiva because of the three gunas of Prakriti. So I, the man, through that woman, become husband. Through that child, became the father. Through that office, became the officer. Because of the car, I became the driver. Isn't it? If you understand it in the same way, with the Trigunatmika Prakriti Tadatmya, instead of being the blissful Turiya self or the Kshetrajna or Purusha or Gneya, I am becoming a limited entity and suffering. You understood? So, this chapter talks to us about each of the guna. Yesterday, we saw Demifor also. The three gunas, wholesale mein what they do. Then we took up Sattva Guna and thoroughly studied. We started Rajoguna. Today we will see it. And this whole chapter will repeatedly talk about different facets, aspects of these three gunas. As I told yesterday, having heard all of that, you have to make your own tabular form notes of each guna. Sattva Guna, all the detail regarding it. Rajoguna, its details. Tamoguna, its detail. Gunatita Sthiti, its detail. Our goal is, by understanding gunas, transcend the gunas, reach to the guna atita sthiti. That's meaning of gunatraya is one side, vibhaga separating from it. I remain as guna atita purusha. I am not identified with the three gunas of prakriti. If I identify, I become jiva, suffer. Okay, like identify with the car as mine, accident हो गया, I suffer कि मुझे हो गया as if. दूसरे कार को हुआ जिससे मेरा आइडेंटिफिकेशन नहीं है, आई डोंट सफर. Understood? That identification or attachment to the three gunas is called as bondage. Cause of bondage, cause of misery. Clear? So we will do today. Fifth shloka ek baar padho, sixth shloka एक बार पढ़ो, सेवंथ श्लोका चार बार पढ़ो. थोड़ा फटाफट बताकर सेवंथ श्लोका विल फोकस ऑन. In that seventh mantra, the Rajoguna is being explained. What is about Sattva-guna? I'll repeat it once for 2 minutes. Go to Rajo. Tomorrow we'll see all the three gunas. Tamos Matakar. My job is, my goal is, as clearly as possible, try to explain every shloka of the whole Gita and this particular very interesting and important topic of the three gunas and gunatita sthiti. And this subject is so vast. From here, when it started, up to 18th chapter, Lord Krishna himself goes on talking about these three gunas and their influence. Arjun भी पूछेगा, भगवान भी बताएंगे. So, Prakriti and its three gunas, Prakriti is all pervading, three gunas are everywhere there, therefore they are going on showering their effect. Like Indians. All over the world they are, honestly they are working, serving those nations effectively. The other fellows are their neighbors. Wherever they go, they create terrorism. So Sattva-guna, Rajo and Tamo-gunas. Let us start. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om Shri Krishna Param Brahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita अथ चतुर्दशोऽध्यायः गुणत्रय विभाग योगः पञ्चम षष्ठ सप्त श्लोकाः श्रीभगवानुवाच सत्वं रजस्तम इति गुणाः प्रकृतिसम्भवाः निबध्नन्ति महाबाहो देहे देहिनमव्ययम् सिक्स्थ मंत्र तत्र सत्वं निर्मलत्वात् प्रकाशकमनामयं सुखसङ्गेन बध्नाति ज्ञानसङ्गेन चानघ सेवन्थ मंत्र फोर टाइम्स रजो रागात्मकं विद्धि तृष्णा संगसमुद्भवं तन्निबध्नाति कौन्तेय कर्मसङ्गेन देहिनं रजो रागात्मकं विद्धि तृष्णासङ्गसमुद्भवं तन्निबध्नाति कौन्तेय कर्मसङ्गेन देहिनं रजो रागात्मकं विद्धि तृष्णासङ्गसमुद्भवं तन्निबध्नाति कौन्तेय कर्मसङ्गेन देहिनं रजो रागात्मकं विद्धि तृष्णासङ्गसमुद्भवं तन्निबध्नाति कौन्तेय कर्मसङ्गेन देहिनं. Friends, if these three guna wala topic deeply, thoroughly, completely, if you can listen, contemplate, understand, grasp, remember, accordingly mold yourself, all failures gone, all successes achieved, all bondages gone, complete liberation is achieved. Assurance is given. Fifth shloka said was ki sattvam rajaha tamaha iti gunaha. These are the three gunas. Prakriti sambhavaha, expression of the Prakriti. To whom that Prakriti belongs? Paramatma. Prakriti itself is called as Avyakta, Avyakrita, Maya ityadi. Therefore, from this side, Paramatma is Shakti called as Maya or Prakriti. It has got its expression in the three guna form. When pure Paramatma alone is there, his Prakriti also is one with him. When Paramatma wants to create, he becomes aware of the Prakriti or his Shakti. Or when he becomes aware of his Shakti, he wants to create. To that Shakti, which is in the Samyavastha, when gives a chavi of Sankalpa, then it gets differentiated into three forms. From the three gunas, the whole world is made. One way of seeing. Now, that object is Jada, how these three gunas bind us, we are focusing on that one. So, first thing is Prakriti Sambhavaha Trigunaha Sattvam Rajastama iti. Sattvam Rajastama iti Gunaha Prakriti Sambhavaha. Okay. What do they do? Be careful. Nivadnanti Mahabaho Dehe Dehinam Avya. Okay. One point is what? I am beyond the Deha. I am all pervading. But I feel as if I am limited only to this Deha. That is the meaning of Dehe Nivadnanti. Okay. Now, I will be in the Deha because I, as a self Lord, everywhere have to be there. So, being in the Deha as a Dehi is different from identifying with the Deha and suffering. Okay. So, though I stay in this Deha as a Dehi, but because of these three gunas, I am bound by this Deha. Like the own car, rented taxi. Taxi rented, I get down, give money. Do you identify with it? No. I need to travel, I took a car. But one's own car, that is called Nibadhanat, is my car. Take care of it, put it in the parking, etc. etc. Tension, somebody will take it away or all. I'm just trying to explain the meaning of the Dehe Nibadhananti. Okay. So Dehinam Dehe Nibadhananti. Okay. I am all pervading, but consider only to this Deha I belong. That is one Nibadhananti. Second is, though I am avyaya, unchangeable, imperishable, immortal, eternal. But still, I continuously feel the Vyaya is happening to me, the damage is happening to me, and the limitations also I feel I am experiencing because the identity of me with these three gunas and through three gunas to these prakriti, sorry, these three dehas, etc. I am avyaya. I am avyaya means unconditional, unborn, unmodifying, unchanging, undecaying, undying. Such me become conditional, feel I am born, feel I am growing, feel I am decaying, feel I am becoming old, feel I am dying. How I am doing all that? Because of my identity with this Stula Deha, Sukshma Deha, Karana Deha. Now be attentive. What is that which is binding me with these three guna dehas is my three gunas. That is the meaning of Mam Avyayam Gunaha Dehinam Mam Dehe Nibadnanti. So infinite is made to finite, happy is made to be miserable, unconditional made to be conditional. All pervade is contained as if in only this body. I am only this sharira. This is a condition. Na? Every 6 months I change the house. When my own house I don't have rented house. But once हो गया तब इसी में रहना own house. Every day I change car, not my car. But when I खरीद उसी में रहना पड़ता है. Attachment I am telling. But don't take it for the other examples. Negative example में मत जाना. Example is given to convey a point. Okay, सत्वम रजस्तमेति गुणाः प्रकृति संभवाः अव्ययम देहिनम देहे निबध्नन्ति. The imperishable self is bound to three dehas, and that is called jiva bhava. I suffer. I identify the body, body's modifications are mine, I suffer. That's called identification deha. So to subtle body, whatever is happening, I take it is happening to me, I suffer. So to the karana sharira. Okay. So three gunas bind us to the limited upadhis, make us suffer. These belong to Prakriti. It is not necessary that it is compulsion. We can eject out of the identity with the three dehas by giving up or going away from three guna tadatmya. That is called moksha sthiti, guna atita sthiti. Gunatraya tadatmya is jiva, guna atita is paramatma. Okay. Now one by one guna. First sattva guna is explained to us. Before that, as I told you, Paramatma is not experienced as any object. It is realized as my own self. So to Prakriti cannot be seen by any ways. It is seen only through its expression of three gunas. Three gunas also cannot be seen, but the effects of those gunas we see. Like burning power of the fire, we can't see, but there is a bubble in the hand, or when that paper is burnt, then you know the power has burnt it. Electrical power you can't see, but when the bulb is glowing, you can say that it is seen. It is there. I can नहीं बात समझ में? In the same way, we can't see the gunas, we can't see the prakriti, but we can assess the presence of this guna, this type of prakriti from its effect. So, okay, one point. Today, one more thing we add is the Rajo Tamaguna are always our negative side. They bind us, trouble us more. Sattva though it is finally binds, but in the beginning, finally binds means it also has to be given up later on. But in the beginning, that is required to move towards perfection or liberation or realization or evolution, and also for that to get out of the Rajo and Tamo gunas. ठीक है, दो नेगेटिव विलन वाले, एक पॉजिटिव हीरो वाले, depending on how we use them. Otherwise, in another way, all the three gunas are required for everyone given by the God. I am giving you all aspects of the gunas for your understanding. Like sattva guna nahi hai, so you cannot have the jnanam. Rajoguna nahi hai, so you cannot do the action. Tamaguna nahi hai to you can't take a rest. Without rest, you can't work. Without working, you can't fulfill your knowledge. Therefore, gunas are required. That's why Bhagavan gave. But let us use them. But still, gunas bind us from our actual essential self. Therefore, one day we have to transcend the gunas to discover our essential self. After that, play with the gunas again. Use the gunas to serve the world. I am run over by the bus or car, or I myself am driving the bus. Then I am taking the people in the bus. तीन अलग अलग है कि नहीं? So I am bound by the gunas. I have mastered the gunas. I made the use of gunas to serve others. That way. Okay. Now the shloka number 6 में सत्व गुण is explained. तत्र सत्वं निर्मलत्वात् प्रकाशकम् अनामयम् सुख संगेन बध्नाति ज्ञान संगेन च अनघ. ये अनघा, a pure hearted sinless Arjuna. Tatra, among these three gunas, first one is sattva. सत्व गुण इज निर्मल प्योर. उसका नेचर ही निर्मलता है, कोई मल नहीं है उसमें. गुणों में सत्वगुण मल रहित है. ओके, इट हैज नो मल, therefore it doesn't do the malinata of anything. Something is dirty, then it makes other also dirty. Okay, so निर्मलत्वात्, it's निर्मला, बस इसको पकड़ लो. What it does is two things. प्रकाशकम अनामयम. Prakashakam means it makes wherever it is present the indriyas antakarana bright, brilliant in their functioning. And because of bright, brilliant way of functioning is there, there is easiness, there is a comfort. Therefore, anamayam, there is no amaya, disease or displacement from the ease called as discomfort or misery. Again, I am repeating. Sattva guna being nirmala, it enhances the prakashakam. It is prakashakam. It is the one because of which the prakasha happens. Then there is no amaya, there is no feeling of disease. Okay, so one day I took up to study physics. So I am studying the physics. Every subject I am able to understand. I am so happy that day. I am able to understand that subject means the prakashakatvam is there in it. Because of that understanding, I am so happy. That is called anamaya sthiti. What is the meaning of it? The meaning is at that time, in the day, on the day, in our buddhi, the sattva guna was there. Because of which it made the buddhi prakashaka, the buddhi could sharply work and study that subject. Anamayam, there is no the frustration, dukkha, misery, etc. Maja, maja. Apply it to the entire body, senses, prana, mana, buddhi. ये सारे प्रकृति से बने. Because of that, all the three gunas potentially are there in all these faculties. Then, by default or choice or our effort, which guna we allow to express, that way the performance will be there. And why that day buddhi might have been sharp? You had sufficient rest and you never fought with anyone. Your mind was calm, quiet. Therefore, you could study well. So those two things of taking good rest, not fighting with anyone, allowed the sattva guna to grow. Or you might have done some seva to someone, love given to someone. Maybe you worshipped the god, you did puja. These things, what they do, they increase the sattva guna in us. Because of which our antakarana that day is sattvic. Remember, these three gunas are there everywhere. Therefore, which guna thing we involve in, that guna comes to us. Like the temples or the Sattva-guni Pradhana. And all your enjoyment, entertainment, the Rajoguni Pradhana. Then all the cruel, crooked things like slaughterhouse and all, the Tamoguni. To whichever place you go, that type of thing comes to you. so to the eatables, so to the people, so to the trees, plants, so to the animals, cow, all of them are of that three guna yukta. जिससे तुम्हारा ज्यादा संपर्क है वो गुण हमको आता है. Another idea today we see this will flow. All these thoughts will be given to you every day as we are moving towards one by one shloka. Okay. Now Sattva is Nirmal Prakash hai. Badhiya hai na? No, it also binds. What is the binding effect of it? Sukha Sangena Badnati. Jnana Sangena. This Sattva Guna makes me as a jiva by binding me to Sukha and its Karana, the Jnana. Remember, the Sukha is there in the Mana, Jnana is there in the Buddhi. With for the sake of Sukha of the Mana, with the use of the Buddhi, when I go for Jnana, I become Jiva. Who am I actually? I am Avyaya Dehi, the pure conscious existing blissful Paramatma. Therefore, compared to Rajotamo, Sattva is better, but not the best. It also binds me. The pure self मेरे को पहुंचने नहीं देता. Like I am Sattva Guna now, having the knowledge of Shastras, Jnana. Then this Jnana I am giving you, whether you receive or not. I am Sukhi with it. Therefore, every day I do. So what I am every day? A Jnani Swami giving Gita Jnanam and becoming Sukhi. In both ways, what am I? I am a Jiva only. I have forgotten my essential self. Compared to scolding you with Rajoguna, sleeping like a buffalo with Tamoguna, this is good, but not ultimate. This is also a guna, a rope, it also binds. Sukha sangena, jnana sangena, badnati. I, being the pure self, still remain as a Sukhi Jnani Jiva. In a pure self, I am neither this mental Sukhi nor intellectual Jnani. I am the infinite, conscious, blissful self I am. That reality, the Purusha, the Dehi, the Avya, is not allowed to be recognized by me. That is how Sattva Guna binds. But the same Sattva Guna, when it is used for the meditation and all, it helps me in knowing myself. Then I get liberated. Sattva Guna can be helpful. Other two will be taking me away more and more. Sattva also binds if I stay at that level only. Like I go on giving satsang and go on becoming happy at this level. Never use this knowledge for my own meditation and go beyond all three gunas and realize myself. I am bound only. ऐसे हजार जन्म मैं गीता पढ़ाते रह सकता हूँ. दैट इज कॉल्ड बाउंड बाई सत्वगुण. क्योंकि मजा आ रहा है मुझे बच्चों को गीता पढ़ा के. एंड सो मेनी शास्त्र ज्ञान आई हैव गॉट. दिस कॉल्ड बंधन. In the pure self, neither them are there nor they are required. The real inner self. So listen 3, 4, 5 times, think about it. You will start grasping these subtle things. Now this Vedantic spiritual knowledge is as clear as ये लाल रंग है, पीला रंग है, काला रंग है, ये गधा है, घोड़ा है, ये पेड़ है. उतना क्लियर ये हम नहीं समझते क्योंकि we are not at that level. Like suddenly tell me Pythagoras theorem or algorithm or how the computation techniques work in the computer. My mind can't know 3 4s are 12. How can I understand it? Mm. So when I study mathematics daily, then even I can study the higher mathematics also. So when you are regular to listening to these things, slowly you get equipped and qualified to grasp. Okay, Sattva binds us to Sukha and to Jnana. It is good that it is Prakashakam, and when I am Sattva Anamayam. No Amaya, no dis-ease of Dukkha or misery. Now someday you can see yourself in a happy mood, jolly mood, forgiving all, even if they do mistake, and you just love them. That day by mistake you are in Sattva. Broader idea I am giving. Your own teacher. But इतने lovingly पढ़ाते हैं and all. So that day is Sattva. Another day is scolding you like anything, Rajoguna. Third day he just came and what did he teach? He also doesn't know. He is in Tamoguna that day. For whatever the reasons. रात में लेट सोए होंगे, too much of exhaustion हुआ होगा, any tamoguni food he must have taken, these other reasons because those gunas come. Like you always take sattvic food, meet sattvic people, go to sattvic places, read sattvic books, entertain sattvic thoughts, you always will be in a sattva guna. Now you are understanding, what is happening outside is because of what gunas we are influenced by. What gunas we influence by depend again what things we are giving importance and involving in. परफेक्ट परफेक्ट सब्जेक्ट है जो आपको पढ़ा रहे हैं, आप जो पढ़ रहे हो ना, बहुत फायदेमंद वाला है. नॉट नोइंग दीज थिंग्स इन दिस शास्त्र वे, इन द टेक्निकल वे, यूज अवर हम आज मेरा मन बहुत डिस्टर्ब है या मेरे को इतना नींद आ रहा है मैं तो उठ ही नहीं पा रहा हूँ. डिस्टर्ब्ड है मतलब यू आर इन रजोगुण. नींद आ रहा है उठ ही नहीं पा रहा मतलब यू आर इन तमोगुण. Technically, if you know right from the reasons onwards, you can from the root level you can change it. So sattva guna explained. Now what is rajo guna? Rajo ragatmakam viddhi trishna sanga samudbhavam tannibadhnati kaunteya karma sangena dehinam. So, about Sattva-guna, three things were to be known. We have known. So, too about Rajoguna, three things to be known. What are the three things known about Sattva-guna? Sattva is Nirmala, one point. Second is it is Prakashakam and Anamayam, its influence. Third, how it binds. Sukha Sangena, Jnana Sangena, Badhanati. Same way, Rajoguna, like Sattva-guna is Nirmala, the Rajoguna is Ragatmakam. Sattva-guna is Prakashakam and Anamayam. Rajogunam is Trishna Sanga Samudbhavam. Sattva-guna binds by Sukha Sangena, Jnana Sangena. Rajoguna binds us to the Karma Sangena. See, match हो रहा है कि नहीं? तमोगुण का भी ऐसा ही होगा. So one by one we see. What is the meaning of Rajoguna Raga Atmaka means? See, whatever the situations we are in, whatever the places we are in, whatever the objects we are contacting, whatever the people we are meeting, whatever the experiences we are gaining, be attentive. When they are being, listen carefully, coloring, contaminating, tainting, in other words, sticking to our mind, sticking to our mind. That sticking is called as ranjanam, coloring, painting. That stinking ranjanam color happens because of Rajoguna. So when Rajoguna is there, the ranjanam happens. Therefore, ranjanat Rajogunaha. Coloring होता है. Like in Sattva-guna, you know it, you do it, you are not colored by it. Like a doctor, Sattva-guna, he knows patient, his disease, he gives treatment, goes to next patient. But if that patient is his own son, what happened that time? The disease of the patient he identify with and he is frightened to treat and he is afraid कि क्या होगा करके. So what might have happened at that time to him? The patient's things has touched his mind. What it made him touch is that Rajoguna. तो रजोगुण रंजन कराता है. तो जहां रंजन हो रहा है वहां रजोगुण काम कर रहा है. Like I see cricket match. Very good bowlers are bowling well. Oh, wickets गिर रहे हैं, ताली बजाओ. A batsmen are hitting sixers. Enjoy, ताली बजाओ. A fielders are fielding well. So that is you are in Sattva-guna. But suddenly it is an India team and I am Indian fan naturally. Then India is losing. Who is losing? You are losing or India losing? The Indian players are losing. They are losing. But their loss, do I allow it to color my mind or not? And don't I feel that I am lost, becoming miserable? That is called as Rajogun Ragatmak. But the winning team, they don't become miserable because they have not got identity with the Indian team losing. They are identity with their own team. Therefore, they feel happy. But that also is Raga. That my team, it is winning. Though I get excited. बट द थर्ड कंट्री है जो दोनों में नहीं है, वो ओनली एंजॉय करेंगे मैच, कौन जीता कौन आ रहा क्या पर मैच अच्छा हुआ बस. इज इन सत्वगुण इज प्रकाशकम. Like in commentators, you can see sometime. The Sattoguni Prakashaka commentator, though he belongs to one country by his birth, no, he will not be biased. Whoever is playing well, he will appreciate. He is only Prakashakam. His mind is not Amayam, not disturbed. But the other commentators, someone who are biased too much to their country, if they are winning, they are so excited, चिल्लाते हैं. ये ज़्यादा आपको फुटबॉल में होता है. दैट पर्टिकुलर टीम जब जीत रहा है गोल मार गए तो कोचेस को देखो रे बाबा क्या तमाशा क्या चिल्लाते. कोच 70-80 साल का बुढ़ा होता है वो 60 years बट गोज ऑन सो मच राग excited jump and the other coach who was losing the match frustrated hitting the ball kicking the ground shouting there from outside. Wrestling में boxing में you see that, isn't it? Like a movie when you see. You generally identify the hero. Therefore, when hero is beating the villain, मजा आ गया. When villain is beating the hero, you become miserable. When both are beating with each other, are you in any way involved effect? No. But don't you allow that to color your mind? when हीरो को मार रहे हैं तो लगता है तुमको मार रहे हैं तो यू फील दुखी. दैट इज कॉल्ड रंजनम. विषय में जो हो रहा है मैं अपने मन को लेता हूँ. दैट इज कॉल्ड रजोगुण. So when the hero is beating the villain, you are not beating, but you feel the joy. और लगा दे ऐसा है. That is राग. रंजन हो गया. कलर करता है हमारे मन को. जो बाहर हो रहा है उससे उससे हम रंगी बन जाते हैं. उसको राग कहते. राग emotionally attached. Like you are going, you are hungry, you saw mango tree, mangoes, you ate it, move ahead. It's called सुख संगेन. मतलब इट्स कॉल्ड सत्व गुण. बड़े ट्री अच्छा है, मैंगो बड़ी है और 4 ले लेते हैं, चोरी करेंगे. These are all रजोगुण लक्षणास. है ना. इन योर ऑफिस कोलीग, हाँ टुगेदर यू वर्कड, टीम दिया, टीम बनाया, यू आर टुगेदर वर्किंग, प्रोजेक्ट इज गिवन, इंटेलिजेंटली कोऑर्डिनेटेड डिस्कस हो गया. बट either you are attached to him positively or negatively, or that person are attached to him negatively. That's called rajo, rag ho gaya. So that person's intelligence you like, then that becomes a color in your mind, or that person's stupidity is touched your mind, so you start hating that fellow, isn't it? You should not hate or like. अगर वो अच्छा काम कर रहा है तो अच्छा काम कराओ. But who told you to get attached? अच्छा काम नहीं कर रहा, train him or remove him from that job. Take other fellow. But why should you get attached? What is meaning attaching there? Raga means ranjan hona, rang lag jana, like a judge. He will not be attached or anyway positive or negative with the cases that come. Madogya. So he will, according to the proofs, he will give whatever the shiksha. But he will not be jumping with joy that मैंने इसको फांसी दी. He will not become dukhi. अरे यार इसको मारना पड़ रहा. He cannot do that. I gave you the example of doctor ना ऐसा वाला. तो ये सत्वगुणी ज्ञान के अनुसार जीता है. रजोगुणी अटैचमेंट से जीता है. तमोगुणी मूर्खता से जीता है. वो अपने है. That we'll see tomorrow. Second topic, I have to tell you what is the meaning of Trishna and Asanga. These are the ones which Rajoguna creates. Then how it binds the Paramatma as a Jiva? Karma Sangena. What is the meaning of it? Tomorrow we'll see. Then the Tamoguna. Tamatu Ajnanajam Vidya Mojam Sardehinam Pramadalas Nidravi Tannimadnati Bharata. Again Bhagavan takes each guna, tells another angle, another angle. And like that, 5 or 6 waves of teaching about these three gunas, Gunabaddhata, Mukti from the three guna, Bhagavan teaches. The Iridiryam Sanjay. Now, if this knowledge, if it is taught to you from the class 5 onwards, along with your physics, chemistry, by the end of your graduation PG, you know the Prakriti, the three gunas, how they have to be rightly utilized, how not to become their slave, how to master them, how with the help of them you can achieve outer success, inner success. ये सब मिलता था. तो गीता में सब है और गीता नहीं पढ़ाएंगे क्योंकि सेक्युलर कंट्री है और गीता बिलोंग्स टू हिंदूज. सी द बेवकूफी, मूर्ख. इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूं, मेक इंडिया हिंदू नेशन, मेक गीता नेशनल टेक्स्ट, टीच इट टू एवरी यंगस्टर फॉर हिज आउटर एंड इनर सेफ्टी, सिक्योरिटी, सक्सेस एंड एवोल्यूशन. Thank God the case has been just now put now. Socialist and secular words should be removed from the preamble. They're incorporated for selfish purpose in 1984 by the then whatever prime minister, whatever useless. हाँ, नहीं पढ़ाएंगे गीता. See, you are there from last 494 days. है ना, 6 दिन में हमारा 500 दिन हो रहे हैं. Is there anything, anytime in the Gita, I might have while explaining talked this and that, seeing the situation and all, my personal emotion, feeling. But as such Gita to Krishna Bhagavan ke diya Gita, only educating us, empowering us, teaching us, training us, putting us on right track, while telling us how to evolve. But नहीं पढ़ाएंगे. Your parents will not teach, your uncle विंकल नहीं टेन, तो दादा को तो आता ही नहीं कुछ, स्कूल में नहीं पढ़ा रहे. भगवान कृष्ण taught how to evolve and succeed. नहीं सुनना, नहीं पढ़ना. एंड तुम लोग भी अभी इतना मार्डियास नॉलेज रोज शेयर कर रहे हैं. यू हैव योर ओन बयासनेस, एरोगेंस एंड यू हैव वेराइटी ऑफ अटैचमेंट्स एंड यू डोंट वांट टू लिसन. यू डाउट मी, यू डाउट कृष्णा. व्हाट अ बेवकूफ हो. अब पढ़ो अभी से गीता, समझो, यूज करो उसका, ग्रो करो लाइफ में, बी ए कॉन्ट्रीब्यूटर टू द वर्ल्ड, इवॉल्व स्पिरिचुअली आल्सो. ओम शांति शांति शांति. नाउ भगवान रामास गुणा नंबर 64 हो गया, 65, 66, 67, 68 I have to talk to you today, and 69 also, 70, 71. ओम आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसंपदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहं. श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनाम वरानने. ओम श्री सीतारामाभ्यां नमः. ओम अथ श्रीमद्वाल्मीकि रामायणं बालकांडं प्रथमः सर्गः. 15 श्लोकः. श्रीरामचन्द्रस्वामिनः दिव्यगुणानां वर्णनम्. ओम सर्वशास्त्रार्थतत्त्वज्ञः स्मृतिमान् प्रतिभानवान् सर्वलोकप्रियः साधुः अधीनात्मा विचक्षणः. अगेन, सर्वशास्त्रार्थतत्त्वज्ञः स्मृतिमान् प्रतिभानवान् सर्वलोकप्रियः साधुः अधीनात्मा विचक्षणः. In this we have seen first 3, 4 and 5 today we will tell. First is Sarvashastra Artha Tattvajnaha. Bhagavan Rama not only knows the names of the Shastras, not only the knowledge of the Shastras, but also what for it is to be used. This is called as Sarvashastrartha Tattvajna. So he is always at the intellectual level, going on gaining all knowledges. Explained in detail. Next value is Smrutiman. Means what? He is conscious of all these knowledges gained, to become aware of when they have to be used. Means what? He is only at the intellectual level remembering his knowledge to use it wherever required. He is not kidnapped by, blackmailed by any of the emotions which corrupt the knowledge, any of the attachments which pollute the knowledge, any of the lazinesses, lethargies which infect the knowledge. That is the meaning of smritiman, isn't it? Like you have to study today. That is called as Shastrartha Tattvajna. But suddenly, when the TV is in front of you, or the eatable is in front of you, or you feel like sleeping, or a friend is seen by you, you forget that you decided to study. Means what? तुम्हारे अंदर वो स्मृति नहीं है. And we live life like that, only taking for granted. जिस लक्ष्य को हमने बनाया, उसका हमारा स्मृति ही नहीं होता. That's why today in introduction we talked about the निश्चयात्मिकता, the firmness. So कुछ निश्चय ले लो जिंदगी में. Some decisions, convictions, fixed about. You understood what the meaning of Smrtiman? He remembers. And remembers every step to be done in achieving that thing. And he actually does it. Because of doing the work is so successful. That successfully accomplishing that is called the third value, Pratibhanavan. हर जगह उनकी प्रतिभा होती है. क्यों? क्योंकि स्मृति है. क्यों? बिकॉज सर्वशास्त्रार्थ तत्वज्ञ. दिस कॉल्ड शुद्ध सत्वगुण लक्षण. वी आर स्टडिंग द सत्वगुण आल्सो ना, गीता में 70 अभी 5 मिनट पहले. सो देयरफॉर योर प्रतिभा अचीवमेंट्स डिपेंड ऑन योर परफॉर्मेंसेस. परफॉर्मेंसेस डिपेंड ऑन योर स्मृति. स्मृति डिपेंड्स ऑन योर सर्वशास्त्रार्थ तत्वज्ञ. While doing this, we should not be derailed, distracted by any other things. If I am tamoguni, first of all, I will not study Shastra. Then how can I have the Smriti? Then how can I perform? How can I become Pratibhavan? My name and fame certificates. So too, I am in a Rajoguna of ego, indulgences, desires, and bhoga. I will not go to my college regularly and get the Shastrartha. Then this will not be remembered by me. No Smriti. Then when the exam interview comes, I cannot perform well. No Pratibha. Failure is guaranteed. You are in office working there also. That particular official work का उसको शास्त्र कहते हैं. वो ज्ञान हमको होना चाहिए एंड वो स्मरण होना चाहिए और उसको प्रैक्टिस करना है. देन यू सी द रिजल्ट प्रतिभानवान. भगवान इज सर्वशास्त्रार्थ तत्वज्ञ स्मृतिमान प्रतिभानवान. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस एंड ऑल शास्त्रास टॉक अबाउट how every shastra is used for the betterment of totality. Rama is living like that only. Therefore, his every goal conceived is for the total, and he has got the smriti of it, and he performs accordingly and makes everyone happy. Therefore, Sarvaloka Priyaha is the fourth value. This is how we have to become priya to the loka by being Sarvashastrartha Tattvajnaha Smritiman and Pratibhanavan. ऐसा हम खुद रहे तो खुद ही लोगों को हम प्रिय बनते हैं. एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट लगाने की जरूरत नहीं. You know, yesterday MS Dhoni ka sentence. He said, don't command the respect. You work hard, you will get the respect, he said. तुम्हारा एग्जाम्पल दे रहा हूँ, करोड़ों एग्जाम्पल है. You will be identified with that example. Therefore, I am giving it. है ना? तो सर्वलोक प्रियः. It is both ways. He loves everyone in this world only for one reason, because he can love. There is no other reason. प्रेम का एक ही रीजन होना चाहिए कि मैं प्रेम कर सकता हूँ, बस इसलिए करना. दूसरा कुछ वजह है तो वो प्रेम नहीं, अटैचमेंट हो जाता है. एंड अदर थिंग्स ऐसा मत को मैं चोरी कर सकता हूँ इसलिए करूंगा. देन दैट इज नेगेटिव. इट इज एप्लीकेबल ओनली टू प्रेम एंड सेवा. पॉजिटिव चीजों के लिए ये होता है. दूसरों के लिए कॉन्सिक्वेंस देखना है. चोरी करो तो पकड़ेंगे, अंदर डालेंगे, इसलिए उसको नहीं करना चाहिए. अंडरस्टूड? तो सर्वलोक प्रिय. You understood it both ways. He loves the whole world, therefore he studies the Shastra, he remembers it, and he shows his pratibha in serving the world. That is why He is expressing his Sarvaloka Priyata. From that side, when he is so much useful asset, making all are happy, for all of them is Priya. Everyone wanted to go with him to the forest. Finally, तो every person in Ayodhya along with him went to the ऊपर के लोक, साकेत लोक, or that is what you call it, uh, mm, the Vaikuntha लोक इत्यादि. Everyone were given. सबको मोक्ष मिल गया. संयमनी लोक कुछ कहा हुआ नाम दिया. All joys are there in that लोक. ब्रह्मलोक से भी ऊपर लोक में ले गया उनको. सर्वलोक प्रिय. I want to talk one thing about it is our purity, our perfections, our performances are the only ones which make us lokapriya. Doing all negative and wanting to be loved by the world is not possible. Even after all negative, people are loving means they are also negative people. चोर को चोर अच्छा लगता है, टेररिस्ट को टेररिस्ट, करप्ट को करप्ट. That is wrong, na? Feel the feeling Sarvaloka Priya, like our Prime Minister now. Except the opposition party out of the grudges that they are not getting power to be corrupt. For all others, Sarvaloka Priya. Some people like the South Indians, by nature they are biased towards the north. They have some stupid rigidities on the basis of the region as well as their language. Therefore, they don't love him. That is their murkata. But wo biasness nikal do from the Deshabhakti standpoint, conceiving great plans for the nation standpoint. He will be prior to all. Any common sensed Indian, unbiased, will have to love and vote for him till he is alive for next 20 times. Because there is no ahankar, there is no swartha. This for the nation it is done. Sarvaloka Priya. Is tarah we have to become Sarvaloka Priya. Wonderful, na? And that person is called Sadhu. What is Sadhu? The one who never harms others, ever helps others. Sadhu. In Geetha 3rd chapter, we have seen Sadhureva samantavyaha samyak vyavasito isaha kshipramavati dharmatma shashvat shanti nigachati kaunteya pradya nami bhakta. 9th chapter. Even 3rd chapter also it comes. 4th chapter also it comes. Rama is Sadhu. Sadhu is a good. The meaning of the word in English is good. Therefore, sadhu is good every time, everywhere with anyone. Good in lookings, not hi-fi. Good in talk, good in smile, good in looks, good in answering, good in walking. That is which is acceptable to all totality in every aspect. It is sadhu. If he's eating the food, he will not make hut but sound. That is called sadhu. He's driving the vehicle, thud 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 thud. ऐसा नहीं करेगा. That is sadhu. Sadhu means good in everything. What the goodness is as sanctioned by the Shastras. Shastras tell us to do only those ways, that thing and that way, which makes everyone happy or useful. That's the meaning of sadhu lakshan. In Tulsi Ramayana it comes sadhu te hoi na karaja hani. He is a sadhu because of whom karya hani will not happen. He is a sadhu because of whom karya safalata will happen. Karya again is the worthy thing to be done. लेकिन हनुमान जी का कार्य सीता खोज. Then Vibhishan ji he met. Then Vibhishan ji was saying Ram Ram. He understood only sadhu can say Ram Ram in the morning. Therefore he met him. Sadhu, good person. You know in your own heart whether you are good or bad in your thoughts, your attitudes, your intentions, your performances. 90% day में हम I'm sorry कहते ही रहते हैं. That means we know that we are asadhu. Clear? Sadhu. Because of that, Adhina Atma, no Dinata in him. And all of that he does is full awareness, that is Vichakshanaha. These three values tomorrow we'll see. Sadhu और थोड़ा देखेंगे, Adhina Atma, Not a Dina. He's not a inferiority, guilty feeling person. No. Kshatra स्वभाव है ही उनका. And when I am doing everything good, why should I become Dina? Only chore, yeah, the corrupt fellow will have to become Dina Sarjukana. Why will Sarjuka? Ramji to Adina Atma. You also will never be Dina. Din tab banoge when you go on doing wrong. When you do correct thing, sar utha sakte ho. And Vichakshana means the one who is absolutely sharp, attentive alertness to see what's happening and to know and do what is required. These things tomorrow we'll study. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Mm. Yesterday we saw 5 from 40 to 41. Moodu rendu aidu. Up to 44 I will do today. Vishnu Sahasranama. Om Shri Vishnu Atha Shri Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram Chatvarimshat Shlokadharabhya 40th. Om Asankheyo Prameyatma Vishishta Shishtakruchuchihi Asankheyo Prameyatma Asankheyo Prameyatma Vishishta Shishtakruchuchihi Vishishta Shishtakruchuchihi Siddhartha Siddha Sankalpaha Siddhartha Siddha Sankalpaha Siddhidah Siddhi Sadhanah Siddhidah Siddhi Sadhanah. Together twice. Asankheyo Prameyatma Vishishtah Shishtakruchuchihi Siddhartha Siddha Sankalpaha Siddhida Siddhi Sadhanah. Asankheyo Prameyatma Vishishtah Shishtakruchuchihi Siddhartha Siddha Sankalpaha Siddhida Siddhi Sadhanah. Next. वृषा हि वृषभो विष्णुः वृषा हि वृषभो विष्णुः वृषपर्वा वृषोदरः वृषपर्वा वृषोदरः वर्धनो वर्धमानश्च वर्धनो वर्धमानश्च विविक्तः श्रुतिसागरः विविक्तः श्रुतिसागरः. टुगेदर. वृषा हि वृषभो विष्णुः वृषपर्वा वृषोदरः वर्धनो वर्धमानश्च विविक्तः श्रुतिसागरः. वृषा हि वृषभो विष्णुः वृषपर्वा वृषोदरः वर्धनो वर्धमानश्च विविक्तः श्रुतिसागरः. Third one today. Subhujo durdharo vagmi Subhujo durdharo vagmi Mahendro vasudo vasuhu Mahendro vasudo vasuhu Naikarupo bruhadrupaha Naikarupo bruhadrupaha Shipivistah prakashanaha Shipivistah prakashanaha. Together. सुभुजो दुर्धरो वाग्मी नैकरु महेन्द्रो वसुदो वसुः नैकरूपो बृहद्रूपः शिपिविष्टः प्रकाशनः. सुभुजो दुर्धरो वाग्मी महेन्द्रो वसुदो वसुः नैकरूपो बृहद्रूपः शिपिविष्टः प्रकाशनः. Fourth one. ओजस्तेजोद्युतिधरः ओजस्तेजोद्युतिधरः प्रकाशात्मा प्रतापनः प्रकाशात्मा प्रतापनः. रुद्धः स्पष्टाक्षरो मन्त्रः रुद्धः स्पष्टाक्षरो मन्त्रः चन्द्रांशुर्भास्करद्युतिः चन्द्रांशुर्भास्करद्युतिः. टुगेदर. ओजस्तेजोद्युतिधरः प्रकाशात्मा प्रतापनः रुद्धः स्पष्टाक्षरो मन्त्रः चन्द्रांशुर्भास्करद्युतिः. ओजस्तेजोद्युतिधरः प्रकाशात्मा प्रतापनः रुद्धः स्पष्टाक्षरो मन्त्रः चन्द्रांशुर्भास्करद्युतिः. Last one. अमृतांशोद्भवो भानुः अमृतांशोद्भवो भानुः शशबिन्दुः सुरेश्वरः शशबिन्दुः सुरेश्वरः औषधं जगतः सेतुः औषधं जगतः सेतुः सत्यधर्मपराक्रमः सत्यधर्मपराक्रमः टुगेदर अमृतांशोद्भवो भानुः शशबिन्दुः सुरेश्वरः औषधं जगतः सेतुः सत्यधर्मपराक्रमः अगेन अमृतांशोद्भवो भानुः शशबिन्दुः सुरेश्वरः औषधं जगतः सेतुः सत्यधर्मपराक्रमः टुगेदर ऑल द फाइव टुडे वी हैव लर्न आई एम तो टीचिंग आपको ये बार बार सुनकर प्रैक्टिस करना है ओम असंख्येयो प्रमेयात्मा विशिष्टः शिष्टकृच्छुचिः सिद्धार्थः सिद्धसंकल्पः सिद्धिदः सिद्धिसाधनः वृषा हि वृषभो विष्णुः वृषपर्वा वृषोदरः वर्धनो वर्धमानश्च विविक्तः श्रुतिसागरः सुभुजो दुर्धरो वाग्मी महेन्द्रो वसुदो वसुः नैकरूपो बृहद्रूपः शिपिविष्टः प्रकाशनः ओजस्तेजोद्युतिधरः प्रकाशात्मा प्रतापनः रुद्धः स्पष्टाक्षरो मन्त्रः चन्द्रांशुर्भास्करद्युतिः अमृतांशोद्भवो भानुः शशबिन्दुः सुरेश्वरः औषधं जगतः सेतुः सत्यधर्मपराक्रमः थैंक यू ओम दुर्जन सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जन शांतिमाप्नुयात् शांतो मुच्येत बन्धेभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतंगमय ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः तत्सद्ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय गीता माता की जय वेदव्यास भगवान की जय रामचंद्र भगवान की जय रामायण शास्त्र की जय वाल्मीकि भगवान की जय बोलो भाई सब संतर की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय आज के आनंद की जय नमः पार्वती पति हर हर महादेव हर सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय जय राम राम अम्बे अम्बे आदिवरा शक्ति माता की जय समस्त श्रोतावक साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञास धर्म संस्थापक गण की जय समस्त युवा मंडली की जय भारत माता की जय सनातन धर्म की जय वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृति की जय आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय Thank you for giving such a beautiful day, my dear youngsters. Yeah, see you tomorrow.